So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Stuart. I'm with IT Repair and Service in Westwood Ho, and today we are going to be doing a deep clean on well, we'll do one to start off with, and we'll see if we've got enough time to do the other one. But we're going to be doing a deep clean on a Mega Drive 360. Mega Drive 360. What planet am I living on? I'm going to be doing a Mega Drive controller. Sega Mega Drive is what there's the words I was looking for. I've just been talking about Xbox 360, so that's why I'm saying that stuff. Right. Anyway, let's jump straight into the desk cam. How are we all doing? Are we all good? You're all good. Spot on. Right. So everything seems to be working. So we've got two controllers here. Like I said, we'll probably just do the one for this one. So let's have a little zoom. So this is the Sega Mega Drive controller, A, B and C, and directional buttons and all that good stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our screwdriver, we're going to remove the 6 screws in the background. I'm using the PH1X3, I don't know what the frick that means, but there you go. That's what I'm using because it seems to fit the screws best. We're going to take this one out. Now, I will tell you this now, you've got to be really careful taking out these old devices. I've pre-loosened these screws, okay? So I've actually taken these screws out, or well, not taken them out, but I've literally just cracked them so they weren't mega tight. So you've just got to be careful. It's old plastic; it will break if you're a bit brutal with it. So, but there's lots of grime in this controller. Now, what I have got coming for my consoles that I am doing is some plastic polish that I'm going to attempt to polish the cases as well, but it's something that I've never tried before, so you know, I'm always learning. You've always got to be learning in this trade as a technician and doing electronic repairs and things like that. Like, don't get me wrong, have a base before you start anything. Like, if you've got no electronics repairs whatsoever under your belt, it's probably a good idea to like practice on broken stuff, practice on old PCs desoldering stuff, practice on old motherboards, making sure you can remove components and put them back on efficiently and safely without breaking things, because at the end of the day, a lot of these things are customers' devices, and without them you've got no people to actually, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just talking gibberish as always. Come on. Are we there? Are we there? Oh, I think we may be nearly there. There's one side off, definitely. And this is the first time I've seen inside this controller as well, so you'll be seeing it at the same time as me. And then we'll start the cleaning process. I think. Just that top one maybe, a little screw strip. Shit. I don't know what's going on here. This might be it. It definitely is unscrewed. There we go. We're off. Oh, we've got some big wear there on the old spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to tip this out. What I'm going to do, I'll tip it out here just so you can see the screws, but see the state of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we've got a lot of gunk underneath here, but the screws are absolutely filthy. Absolutely. Look at the dust on my worktop. Ugh. Right. We're going to give that a good scrub, but first things first is remove this board and have a look at the opposite side. Oh, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh my god. You gotta love old consoles, but wow. Is this just gonna pop off nicely? Well, the bottom doesn't look too bad, but we are gonna IPA all of this. This side is just, oh my god. Like, you can't really see it on camera. Let me zoom out a little bit so you get a better picture. Let's see if I can actually just show you this. Like, it is. Do you know what? Let's chuck it under the scope. I will let you see how bad this is properly. So what I'm also going to do, let's just remove these, because we're going to deep clean all of these anyway. Oh my god, these are filthy, filthy, filthy. But this tech's old, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is remove the front housing. I'm going to remove the buttons. Oh my god. Eee. things. Anyway, so first things first, I think we're going to just give the board a quick isopropyl alcohol cleaning. Oh, let's not do that. Well done, Stu. Professional people. We need our little cleaning box. We've got our little cleaning box. We're going to need some isopropyl alcohols, 99% pure. And first things first, I'm going to check these trays. These look beautiful. I'm not even going to touch them. That side looks absolutely lush. Give it a little brush off just to make sure there's no excess dust anywhere, but that side looks absolutely beautiful. And I'll show you under the scope how that side looks. This is what the side should look like, okay? Go to the scopes. So, here is the scope. Look at these pads. A little bit of tarnishing, but not too bad at all. Beautiful. Beautiful. They are not bad at all. They are not bad at all. The other side, mind you, the other side is so this is just on the board. Yeah, there's some marking here, and there's some grime, and these are the actual pads. Yeah, they could definitely do with a bit of a clean. I think that might even be some rust there as well, but we'll get in there with some isopropyl and give it a good scrub and see how that goes. So let's go back to the zooms. Okay, so I'm just going to give these a quick scrub with some isopropyl alcohol. And my little brush, it's quite stiff. A little bit of iso. Might even need a slightly stiffer brush. A full toothbrush. We're even going to come in with a little scratch pen. Do you know what? I think that is looking a lot better. So we're going to look under the scope now, shall we? Oh yes, much better. Much better. Much better. Lovely. So we're going to give that an A-OK rating, I'd say. I do like to be a little bit thorough, probably more than most shops, I'll be honest. But that's the difference in my service. Just rinsing off that board with some isopropyl alcohol, getting rid of any of that leftover grime. I know I said I wouldn't do this side, but I'm going to give it a little scrub because I like things to be so. Oh, beautiful. Right, let's come out of that, go to the zooms. Right, now what you can see is a very, very wet circuit board, but it's isopropyl alcohol. So all we do is we take our little blow-o-matron, One side done. Right, I'm going to set that circuit board to one side now. Now for the plasticky bits. Now what I'm going to probably do is... Oh my god, this is disgusting. This is like, let me show you this. Let me show you this. Right, if you are of a nervous disposition and you don't like gunky stuff, I would look away now, because of this is some pretty gunky stuff. This is going to take some cleaning. This is going to take some real cleaning. Anyway, let me show you the little middle. Oh yes, look at that. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. But like I said, this is an old console. We are expecting these things. Here's some of the grime around the button. And around the other button. It's disgusting. Even in like inside the letters as well, like they're all got a little bit of damage on that one. That's a bit of a shame. We'll look at the best button of all, the AA button, and yeah, they're pretty filthy. So first things first, we're going to look at the little pads to make sure they're all intact and not broken, but they are filthy. Everything's filthy. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start off by going to the zoom. There we go. Okay, so we've got some multi-purpose action cleaner, and we've got lots and lots of little things to clean with. And what I might even do is pop these in here. There's a little bit of rust on these. Only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one. There he is. I'll put that one in there. We'll put some multi-purpose cleaner in there, but we're also going to pop in some vinegar in that one as well. And that will hopefully get rid of some of that rust on there. Oh, you gotta love vinegar. Smells lovely. Smell-o-vision, that's what you people need. Right, so they are now in some vinegar and some cleaning fluid. And what I'm just gonna do is start going around. You know, we need a bigger brush than that, because there's a lot of area in here that we need to clean. Now, always have bigger towels on hand to soak up that all. Lovely. Oh, it's filthy. Absolutely filthy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray this off with some ISO, but I am going to do that off camera because I've got to literally stand outside the door to do that because obviously it will go everywhere else. And not only does this disinfect it, but also when we dry it now, it should come out of all those little nooks and crannies. Grab another bit of big towel. And I'm quite happy with that top shell now. What a difference. Right, we'll put that to one side with the board. Now we've got the fun bit of all the little boards. Right, we're going to start by going around this with a cloth just around the sides. How are we all doing anyway? Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow the channel and all that stuff, man. That's will help me out greatly. Now I'm just going around with a scrapey tool and just scraping in those corners. Don't get me wrong, this will never be perfect. It's had 20 odd plus years of grime coming through it. So yeah, it'll never be perfect, but we can get it better. We can get it a lot better. I don't think this thing's probably ever been serviced. Like I said, the console itself is an old console now. Just like me. I'm an old console. Oh, the grime that come out of there. Beautiful. Oh, that was some things make me so happy, and it shouldn't. It really shouldn't, but it does. It really does. Oh, they are looking good. Looking better. Looking better. I'm going to grab a little drying cloth and give this a little rub down and have a little look around it and have a look, see how it's turned out. Now we remember what this little button looked like a minute ago, I hope. Because of now, let me flick to the scope for you. Let me flick to the scope for you. Oh yes, much better, much better. So what I'm going to do, look, is we're going to come out of the scope again, because if I keep forgetting to do that. There we go. Flick it over. Now this side is still drying a little bit, so I'm just going to jump in here and just make sure all this is dry before we drop in the button. Not too worried about the inner shell being a little damp, that'll dry, but just to make sure it's all fairly done and dry. Do you know, we're going to come in with the blowometron. Dry. Now we can drop the button in. That already, my friends, is like night and day from what it was. Next things first is we're going to go on to the actual buttons themselves. being careful, even though this is just rubber. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Obviously the board will go in between that and this, but gives you an idea of how that should fit in there. I'm going to crack on with the buttons now. Button cleanage. Got to have a clean button, people. If you haven't got a clean button, clean it. There we go. And now obviously we're going to get in with our little device and just don't forget the B is the one that was slightly damaged, so I'm going to be very, very careful around the B. I'm not too worried about any grime that's in the B. It's hardly noticeable unless you've got it under a microscope. So, but the rest of that button is coming along nicely. Lovely. We're going to call B done. Let's crack on with C. And now we're on to A. A, B, C. As easy as 1, 2, 3. That is A. Then it should be going in that way, I'm assuming. Or is it that way? It's that way, mate. It is that way, mate. Lovely. C's got to be in that way. And that one's got to be in... Ooh. I am not 100% sure, but there might be some damage on here. Is there still some grime left on that, even after having the... There's still a bit of grime even in there after all of that cleaning. That's crazy. Let's have a go. See if B will sit down nicely. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Lovely. With the pads and this select or start button, I think it is. Start button it was back then. You know, some controllers now, they haven't even got a start button. It's select or share or the action button, or I don't know where start is no longer a thing, but there you go. That is not the right way round at all. Boom, 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 boom. Right. And now we're on to the fun bits. The little bit of last bits of rubber for the deep clean. And the back case. And then we are there. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Now what I am going to do, just grab. Just pour out some of that vinegar. Oh, that stinks. That absolutely stinks. Of course I dropped one. Of course I dropped one. How easy is it going to be to find? That easy! Nice! Oh, that was disgusting. But also, the finished product will be very, very, very satisfying as well. So, we're on to the back panel. We're going to give this a deep clean as well. Use my brush. Yeah, beautiful. Once again, spray with ISO, just off camera, sorry guys. All that fucking horrible shape. Beautiful. Now, we are getting near the finishing stages. What I want to do very quickly is just because these have become a bit of screw. Just want to soak them in some oil, hopefully with the vinegar, and the oil should stop them from rusting anymore. That's probably as good as I'm going to get them. Like I said, they're old, they are rusted. There's obviously been liquid in this at some point. Yuck. Right. Let's move on to the little buttons. I did a little bit of a clean, but I just want to go over them one more last time. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do is come back in with the board. Our nice clean board. She's looking lush. Absolutely beautiful. Right, remove the pad. Come on, out you come. Oh, you don't want to come up. And we're going to pop this one back in. Exactly how we found it. This way. And now the magic can happen. Sorry for not getting stuff in camera, I am still learning. I'm trying my best here. Now there is quite a bit of wear on this pad down here. So what I'm probably going to do right, we're going to test it and then we'll see if it needs any of that. It's not a lot of wear, but it is enough to make it probably loose, so we will probably address that maybe in a different video. We'll do that in a different video. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll give this a quick blow off with the blow brush on because you see it's still a little bit damp. We'll watch the miracle of ISO. Dry as a button, lovely. Goes together so well. We'll drop these screws back in. now it's time for the good stuff, which is the final wipe down. And one thing that a lot of shops do miss, which I will show you right now, which is a lot of them, like you'll find, you'll just look at them when you get the cables. Just something that I do that I think every shop should do, but I don't know why they don't, really. It's time consuming, yeah. But right, come on, go in the holes. Please, boys, do as you're told. One, two. This one does not want to go where I want to put it. There we go. In you go, in you go, in you go. Lovely. Where's my screwdrivers? Script, script. There is something just satisfying about this job. 100%. There we go. Super happy with that. Oh, the button feels good. Lovely. Super happy with that. Now, what I am going to show you, what a lot of shops do miss, like I said, is this is the simplest step of all, but so many shops miss it. You take your rag, you spray on some liquid, just a cleaner, multi-purpose cleaner. This is an old cable. We'll have no funny business. And that is why I do that. So, I am pretty happy with that. Like I said, I have got some plastic polish. That's something that I've never done before, is polished consoles. But Get rid of the cleaners. Put my little cleaning tool back. Okay guys, I'm very happy with the way that one turned out. She looks lovely. Let me show you under the scope if you remember what it did look like before. It was a while ago now obviously. But let's have a look here under the scope. Sorted. So, this is what the buttons look like now compared to what they did look like. Obviously there's a tiny little microscopic bits here and there, but all in all, a lot better, a lot cleaner, and just generally loads better than what it was. Sorry, I just mean to bash your camera. Right, so there it is. One Mega Drive controller, completely deep cleaned. And if I show you what the other one looks like next to it, see if I can do this. So that's the other one, still grimy, and that's what this one looks like afterwards. You can almost see the difference. Clean one, filthy one. Anyway, I'm Stu with IT Repair and Service in Westwood Ho. Please give a like, follow, subscribe, share the video. It all helps the algorithm find me. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. On to the next one. Big loves, peoples. Smods is out.